One of the worst movies I've seen about wrestling was Ready to Rumble. You remember that movie? Yeah, it was awful, wasn't it? Ready to Rumble about David Arquette and I think his dad was Scott Kane. I can't remember, but as the characters of Sean and Gordy, both diehard wrestling fans. It's amazing that they were big fans of wrestling, especially WCW, because this was at the time WCW was WWF was kicking their ass in the ratings. Sorry, but yeah, them Ready to Rumble, boy, that was a bad movie. Lame jokes, and I usually do like movies like that, but Ready to Rumble, oh god, that was awful. You know, they just did that so they could put the WCW World Heavyweight Championship belt on David Arquette. You know, I mean, what else? There's nothing really good to talk about it. It's funny. I heard John Cena was in that movie, but he was in the scene where they were talking to Goldberg. Goldberg, sorry, when John Cena was training, but that's nothing to do with this video. Ready to Rumble. It is one of the worst wrestling movies ever, or one of the worst movies ever. There was other wrestling video that wrestling movie that was good called a Body Slam, but I only saw that one time. But if I have to guess or watch it again, I guarantee I prefer Body Slam over Ready to Rumble because Ready to Rumble was that awful. Please don't watch it; it's bad. It's really about this fictional wrestler Jimmy King, who Scott and Sean, that's their idol, and he's facing DDP. This is when DDP was the bad guy, and DDP won the WCW World Title from Jimmy King. And you had Titus, what was his name? Titus Sinclair or whatever, played by Joe. I can't pronounce his last name. One of the Fratelli brothers from the Goonies, and he was in the movie Bound, and he played the pimp in Risky Business. I guess he was the Eric Bischoff of the movie or whatever. But yeah, they were trying to get Jimmy King to come back and face Diamond Dallas Page for the world title, but he eventually did. And of course he won. That's all I'm gonna say. Ready to Rumble. It's not a good movie. For wrestling fans, don't watch Ready to Rumble. It sucks. It sucks big time. I'm sorry. I like David Arquette, and I like the actor who played sorry, Jimmy Keene, Oliver Platt. It would have been funny if when they used to have those guest hosts on Raw from back in the 2010s or whatever. They would have had Oliver Platt of Jimmy Keene hosting Raw and had the actor Joe from the Goonies. I can't say his last name. Starts with a P, I know. Playing Titus Sinclair as the manager. That would have been funny, even though Ready to Rumble sucked. That's all I'm just gonna say. Don't watch Ready to Rumble. It sucks. And I like bad movies, but that's not a movie I would watch all the time. I used to watch it in the early 2000s because of, I don't know, I was a teenager, and that's all I'm going to say. I haven't really watched it a lot of times. It's not really a good movie anyway.